Hey Mike, Rob, wanted to get your video out to you to reiterate some of the things we went over today, and also so you can have this for your record. So this is the first couple of swings you were making. A couple of things I'll bring to your attention here is, again, part of this setup position. We changed this around a lot, but right now I've got you looking on top of the golf ball more than I would like. Also, if we look at spine angle, you give me something that looks kind of like this to here and to here. Okay, and as we talked about, of course, we want something that looks a little more like this. Okay, gonna put your eyes back in this region here somewhere. We're gonna have a much flatter swing plane or line that we create. Okay, so this one's upright, coming from your eyes now. Back and get our head back a little bit. That's going to get out of the way. We also came up out of the knee flex. If I look at this a little bit, we're crunching down. We've only got a certain amount of distance from the ground to our chin. We want to raise that up so we can leverage the golf club and push off against the ground. So we're going to raise that up, and we do that by getting the spine angle up. Just something that looks like that. All right. So then we take you through your swing. Get rid of the stuff here. Take you through your swing. We looked at that halfway back position. Let me get you in there, bro. Bear with me. Okay, if I get you here, this is your halfway back position, okay? And we talked about working with alignment rods. We always want to practice those. If you don't have them, please sir, get them. If I look at your shadow right now, this is the shadow of your club, okay? We talked about, of course, these are our alignment rods, and we'd prefer to be in line geometrically as we reach the halfway point of our backswing, right? And you will notice these obviously, this, I'll draw blue to show you, but this starts okay here, and then there's a great deviation as we get back in here. All right, so what we talked about, we'd like to have you more in front of yourself. I'd like to see this line somewhere in here. If you'll notice, if we get it in here, then these two lines, geometrically, they match. The club will be out in front of you as opposed to behind you. If I take a line directly off your club at this point, you'll notice the club is way behind you. Two green lines indicate how far it's passed behind you. And at this point, we'd prefer it out in this area here. Something like this, okay? So basically, if I draw a line through your club at this point, you're gonna see this club through your hands is actually pointing down to the ground. It's going something like that right there, okay? Of course, we want it out here in front of you, parallel to the ground, and straight down your target line. So it's going to be out here in front of you a little more, something like this, and I'll draw in three lines here. This should be more of the shadow we're trying to get. So we're crunched down a little bit, looking on top of the golf ball, not a great spine angle, and the weight wasn't properly balanced onto the balls of our feet. All right, so we did some work. Go take a look at this one. All right, I'll bring you back here for just a second. See how crunched down we are? I mean, we've only got a certain amount of distance from our chin, and a lot of that's because of this knee flex that's going on here. It's a little too dramatic, so it's putting the weight. Right here, you're kind of sitting back on the back of your heels. If I look at this really close, kind of got weight back here, and we talked about we want to be on the balls of our feet to make any athletic move. All right, so we made some good corrections. So let's take a look at that now. So you'll see your posture here, bent over, crunched down, too much knee flex. Let's take a look at the other one. So we're going to get you into it. This is when you set back up. This is the routine I'd like you going through all the time. Taking your offhand, we're going to set the club with our offhand. There you go, nice with your right. And we're going to come. Then we're going to move into the golf ball. Notice how you kind of just set the club down and then stayed there. Actually, what we'd needed right here, get you down. I would still like to see you come a little closer to the golf ball. So your hands are hanging a little more vertically. Okay, they're not quite as extended away from your body here as that line would indicate. Right? It would be. I'd like to see them coming a little more like this. Okay, so we want to work on that. Bring the hands in a little closer to the body, so when we set our halfway back position, it's going to look very similar to our lines here. All right, these are our target lines indicated by the alignment rods. So we're going to get you in halfway back. Start to get into that very nicely. Going to roll you into halfway back and look at it. And we also worked on getting away from hitting the golf ball and swing to transformed into swinging through the golf ball. So let's get you in a halfway back position first. Get you in here. Like I said, it should be somewhere in the middle part of your foot. the alignment, the shadow of the club if it's out in front of you. It should be somewhere in there in the middle region of your foot. Let's get you into it. One sec. Okay, we're going to get you halfway back. And there we go. Okay? Now, if I draw this red line in here indicating the shadow of your club here, see how much closer these match? Right? I want the club to stay a little bit, just a little bit more in front of you, going this way a little bit more, to create this line that actually absolutely matches. So we're getting that club head a little bit behind us. Not bad, much better than what we were doing. Remember, it's way over here. Now if I draw a line through your club, all we need to do is a little more wrist cock right here, Mike. Because if I draw a line through your club right now, you're kind of going skyward on it. If I draw right through the club head, through the shaft, and through your hands, you're kind of going skyward like that orange line indicates. I want to see them more this way. More coming up this way and in line with our target line. So geometrically, we're setting ourselves up to make a nice square golf swing. All right? Good. Let's take you to your top position. Again, this is after we worked. Get rid of all this. Take you to the top. Get you back to the top. Good. Good, good. Little overswing. This right here is it for you right now. Okay? You want that extra because you think you're still making an arm swing. And we're getting away from that. Look at this position right here. Your elbow is tucked in. You have a nice straight right arm. Now we're in a good hitting position. The other thing I noticed and we need to work on this a little more, that I noticed about coming down, you're making a little bit of a lunge to the golf ball. We talk about establishing that spine angle and using that as the axis which we rotate around. Okay? So I'm going to draw a line right under your chin here. There you go. Watch this. The little first move, you're actually going to come down as you start down because we're wanting to hit at it as opposed to making our golf swing. And then as you get into impact, you know, you've played this game long enough to know that you're too close. So as you come into impact, you're actually going to go down, and into impact, you're going to raise back up. Okay? That's where we're getting the little bit of fat every now and then, hitting a little chunky. Okay? We want to establish that spine angle and hold that spine angle. So you see the green line right here. Watch as I bring you through your golf swing. The first couple of moves you're going to make, bear with me. Okay, you're setting right now. Okay, watch the chin start to drop. Drop, 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 drop. Okay, you right now are about, you've changed this position about 4 to 5 inches right here. That's where the orange line indicates where the yellow, green is where you were at the top of your backswing. And as you come down, you brought it all the way down to the orange. Right? You know you're too close, but look at the beautiful hitting position you're in. Arms tucked in, right arm's dead straight. Club head is flat. Very nice, my friend. All right, so we're going to bring it in. If you'll watch the chin for me. See how it's down? Now, as you come into impact, it's going to raise back up. I draw your head in here. Let's do this. Let's do it in blue. So I got the very top of your head right now. Right? So as we come forward, now we're down. As we come into the impact, see how the head's starting to raise up? And by impact, it's up probably another 3 to 4 inches. So we're going down and coming back up. As we talked about, that's a manipulation. With manipulations, we do one of two things. We either overshoot the position and hit behind the golf ball, or we don't achieve the position again enough to get down, and we top the golf ball. So that's where the inconsistency with the topping and the chunking is coming from. If we can establish the spine angle a little more crisp and keep that chin up out of the way by looking down our nose at the golf ball, we're going to have a lot better success. Okay? So we want to stop this gyration. So we're here. So we're here. Nice setup position here. Okay? And we go halfway back, looking good. A little more wrist cock right there. Go to the top. Here. We're fine here. Little overswing. I'd like to see you stopping about right here. Watch that. Watch your left elbow. As you want to get this little extra, you separate. Watch. Watch this area right here for me. In the red. So as we want to get it, that's a good position right there, but then you want a little extra. And see how the elbow comes away? Elbow's good and tight. Wanting that little extra, elbows away. Tight, elbows away. Nice and tight, elbows away. Tight, elbows away. We want to keep that elbow tucked here. But get rid of this. Look what we got. Nice straight left arm. Elbows tucked in. Very nice. Now all we do is drop in and rotate. So, and again, we want to work on stabilizing this head a little more, okay? Because we are coming up and down out of it. There you go. So, we do this, take you forward your swing. Right here, we want it dropped, so we're still wanting to hit it. Okay? We got to swing the golf club. The ball simply gets in the way. That wanting to hit is what's making you gyrate down and then back up. We want to keep that steady and stable so we can rotate around like a nice crisp spine angle. Here we go. See how the head is moving from our deviation and then it's trying to get back in it. We want to leave it there. We want to leave it here. Just let the club do the work from here. Don't lunge your body at it. Club stays here. Now we're lunge. We're lunging at this club right here. Just let the hands drop. Just let the hands drop. We talked about as an airplane taking off, right? So we're going to come in down, bring you down step by step. So we want a little extra because we separate there, all right? Now we're here. That's perfect. That should be the top of your backswing right now. Club's going to be nice left, right, straight arm. Club's going to be in a little bit of a laid off position for you probably, as you think. Then we're going to bring it in. From here, we just drop down in and cover. And here, you're a little behind the golf ball, because if I look at you right here, your hips are still a little too square. I'd like this right hip, as we approach impact, to start moving out of the way or clearing the lower body so you can get through the golf ball a little better. Okay? Bring it through. So our hands right here, because we held on to it, we kind of flipped a little bit. So as we talked about, of course, this cup is dead straight. You're going to get a little to the right here for you. That means we close the club face down a little too quick. And that's all because we didn't rotate the body, okay? The body must rotate as the club passes through. So you're going to see this ball flight. I bring it through. Ball's going to look something like this. Probably will run up my red line. Watch it. And it does. It's gone because you can't see it because it's running right up my line. Right? And of course, what do we say? We want here. Dead straight. Right? So if you release that hip just a little bit as you get into impact, it's going to clear the lower body and allow those hands not to rotate over quite as quick. All right? Good. So that's what I got for you. We want to work on keeping the club out in front of us, getting a parallel to the ground. If we were to put a level on it, it'd be level. Then we make a level hip turn to the top. I want you to abbreviate your move so you maintain that right, right elbow tucked in to the side, okay? And we looked at that again. Let's look at that one more time. Go back here. So here we're okay, and we want a little extra, and we separate. The other thing is stabilizing this head, please. All right, so we're in the top of our backswing here. Let's get rid of this little lunge move. Stay steady. Everything should happen under your chin. Here we go. Contact. See how you're coming down, and as we get into infants, you're a good 3-4 inches down if I draw this line here. 3 or 4 inches from the little small line on top to the larger line on the bottom. But you know you're going to try to get back up. So here we go. And now you start moving back up. And at impact, you're back up to your position. So you're establishing the position, good, at address, decent at the top, but as you start to make a downswing, and this is all caused by an attempt to hit the golf ball, right? I want you standing up taller, nice string posture, plenty of real estate to work with underneath there. The club must drop at first, and then we add to it. It's called a smooth application of power, all right? So let's get you in here. See that finish? I want to see your finish a little bit here. Finish comes around. Okay, good. I'd like to see, when I see this foot with kind of going like this on me, you're leaving some body weight back here on your left side, right? I want to see this toe more vertical, up and down this way. It's going to indicate we made a much better way. If I take your belt buckle and come off right here, coming out somewhere over here, right? I want it over here. I want it right of the target, which means you'll make a complete shoulder turn all the way around into the golf ball, right? What that provides is an uninterrupted centrifugal force into the golf ball. We talked about that approach, how we approach and how we rotate our hands. That's snapping that whip. That's what creates a centrifugal force. We do that with ball up and down. Weighs 3 ounces. We don't have to hit it hard. We must hit it well. All right, my friend, that's what I got for you now. Look forward to seeing you again if you decide to. I'm here. You have my number. And for right now, I'm going to wish you a great big one. Aloha.